Luca.
Hi, Sylvie. Hello.
Good morning or good afternoon for you, right? In
Yes, this is
Italy.
this is afternoon. It's at the end of the afternoon. So
Yeah, even the evening, not the
yeah,
afternoon,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
evening.
It's dinner
Okay.
time almost.
So I'm glad to be here with you. It has been a long time since we talked the last time, right?
Yes, some off because yes, you are traveling a lot. Me too. So
We are, yes, we are traveling and we are working and we have not such time for so many time for friends.
yeah, sometimes happens. Yes,
So you are in Italy, and well, amongst a lot of things, you are also a Terra Tachyon distributor. But I will let you present yourself and tell us who you are, what is your work, what is your focus right now.
oh, thank you. So basically, but the simple way to put is I'm an organizer. Organizer of consciousness means that in my life I loved to introduce people to energies, teachings like Cryon that we met in that situation many years ago. And other, especially in Italy, I'm the one that is uh, yes, sharing all the information around the entourage of Cryon, the Cryon entourage team. So with the Peggy Phoenix Dubro, the Stargate experience, Lily Wong, Robert Coxon, all the team that people, wonderful people that are working around with Cryon in the last 30 years. And to me, the other aspect of myself is I love to expand my knowing, and I organize other events, seminar, and also myself. Sometimes I find myself to be as a teacher. So it's a mix of different tools to help people to improve their life. And also the use of Terra Tachyon is part of this environment, this part of my life.
So you have many
And
identities.
yes, but basically all around the evolution of consciousness.
Yeah.
So this is the focus. So how I can evolve myself, or I can help people to expand their freedom and their uh, way to view the life. So this is the core of my life. It's maybe the imagine that I changed all my old life to be in this way
Yeah,
because
because
from
previously, in another life, you were a lawyer.
yes, was another consciousness, also in help of people,
Yeah.
but in the way that you are inside the system, and but sometimes you need to go outside the system to find a
Yeah.
real truth. So in this way, I shifted a bit and changed all my life around my passion, my love of this kind of work.
So I have to say that you are Italian and I
Yeah,
am French. So we are using English, but English is not our first language. So
yes, yes, yes.
we will do along the way. We will manage with words and whatever. But anyway, there is always a way to understand each other, right?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
So um, perfect. Can you tell us how did you know about tachyon? What was your first encounter with tachyon?
Ah, was a very a big surprise because I went in Granada in an event that you were the organizer.
Yes, I was the organizer of the first crayon,
Yes,
not the first, the second crayon event in Spain in
yes, yes. In
2007.
Granada, in Spain, it was a life-changing event for me
Mm-hmm.
for many reasons. I can spend hours to explain, but the focus on tachyon is I was around doing the breaks that there is between one part of the other part of the event. I met this table with these wonderful objects on top, and I felt a call so to go there,
Uh,
and it was not something that I was used, but I used my hand like to feel the energy, but it was something that I felt inside myself, because at that moment I was in my old life. I was not so inside the holistic world and all these systems, but I felt to put my hand on top of tachyons and move around the table. So imagine that maybe 100, 200 objects, like different shapes, different colors, all together. And to me, was like a pianoforte, like a piano. So when I put my hand on one specific object, I felt an energy, a sound. Then I move on the object near, another sound, another wave of energy. So this lasted sometimes, but I remained there because I enjoyed a lot this feeling. Each object, it's like different music. So I decided, of course, to take someone for me. And in that specific event, I met Martina and Tommy at that time, that they organized a specific workshop just after the main event. And I changed my flight to return to come to home. I changed my reservation, everything. Also, I canceled a lot of all the touristic stuff that I was planning to do there to attend that specific seminar. And we worked with the elements, the fire, earth, water, air elements with tachyons. And to me, it was something, so another world that opened to me. And I felt in love with tachyons. And I came in Madrid to have with you the workshop to be distributors. But it's like was a surprise. From then I'm enjoying also now to use tachyon, and it's very intuitive. It's very also fun sometimes, and began with these experiences very strong. So this was the beginning.
I remember this time, and I remember this event was very special. For me, also 2007 was that event especially was very amazing for different good reason. And well, so finally you said you fall in love with tachyon almost immediately. This is not my case, because I was quite resistant. I said, oh, tachyons, I don't know what is it. It's beautiful, but okay, well, I have already so many things to do, and then but finally life decide another thing, and I get pulled into this world also. So you were a distributor, and you started the distribution in Italy, and
yes, because after that, then I organized the event in Italy, Cryon and other events in Italy. Each time also was an opportunity to present tachyons to people, because it's like it's a very special energy. So it's not easy to present to everyone everywhere, because it's like you need, to me, it's an advanced consciousness. So it's not an object. It's not something that, it's not something material. To me, it's the field. And the field, the consciousness of the tachyon, it's a very, to me, for my perception, a very advanced one. So it needs also a sort of maturity, a sort of development inside of you. So it's not meaning, this not, in my experience, this does not means that the person needs to have a specific training to use tachyons, but means that I often also observe that people that are attracted from tachyons are people that are in a very specific moment in their life, people that are in advancing very fast. People that maybe we can see a very deep connection inside, but also a maturity in this evolution. So, and it's a very, to me, the specific energy is a tool that it's very important for people that are in a moment that they want to go fast, but also deep inside their evolution. So it's not for everyone, in the sense that to me was a calling, a call of the energy that to use it. And I feel that for many is in this way.
And I agree with you, and I think also there is a kind of commitment. If the person is really has really a strong commitment to his own evolution, and is able to say, okay, I go there, I see what is behind my patterns, and I am ready to face the darkness or the ugly parts or the resistance. And so if there is this commitment, I feel that tachyon are responding more quickly, more profoundly, and more strongly. And there is very, very quickly, there is manifestation, results, insights, and things. So there is also this part of inner commitment to oneself.
Yeah. And also because the commitment is important, because it's the intent. So this is not something passive. Okay, I have an object I can take with myself, and that's it.
Yeah.
You need to use, you need to speak with it. And in this way you can open the treasure chest. Otherwise remains only okay, I want the full energy, maybe helps, for sure helps also in a passive way. But I think that the real potential is when you are using in a conscious way. So for this reason, it's not like an old crystal or an amulet or something like this that you put with yourself in a way that it's an automatic work. It's important to understand that you can speak with the energy. And I think that in this way, the best result comes to people.
Yes, yes. This is important because I have the feeling that this is the challenge for us as humanity, not being passive and waiting for the change to happen. And the change will happen because the cosmic energy is different or something is different. No, the change will happen to you if you are part of the change, if you are active, and if you accompany this energy that we are all in now. So
I agree.
A part of our work is also to educate people in this sense, to be not passive, but be active and really direct the change where they want the change to go, and where they want to see another kind of reality, not the one we are presently in the world.
Yeah, it is part of the freedom. So the freedom is, in a sense, choose. I choose this, I choose these other things, but also to be committed with your what you have chosen. If you are choosing something, it's important to be committed to maintain the direction.
Yeah,
it's not I give the intent, I forgot. Yes, sometimes works.
Yeah, sometimes it works. Yeah, when the person is just ready, she can forget after that.
Yes. Sometimes, but many times it's you give the intent and continue to work on it.
Yeah. So there is a kind of consistency that is needed.
Yes.
Yeah,
For sure.
cool. So do you have any story, any anecdote, something that happened to you or one of your friends or one of your clients that you can share with us?
There are very interesting, many things in the last years happened to me and the people that I know. The first one, I told you, the first opportunity, I felt the music, the energy, the voice of tachyons on that table. But this is not something that happened only in that moment. Usually I'm feeling the field of the object, and it changes. And also years by years, I've observed a change in this feeling. And I remember the first year I was traveling in many parts of Italy, organizing event, little group of meditation. And normally I used the Philosopher's Stone. That was a wonderful object that I have here. And I remember it's very strong. So means that when a group of people works together in a meditation with this object, they feel changed. And for many people, it was a very important experience. And so that was a first thing. Another thing is that in that moment I worked in a place where my friend was an holistic practitioner. She used crystals, amethyst, with clients. And normally there is this kind of things that the crystals become more white. It's like lose a bit of color, because when you are using with energy, and many therapists tells, I don't know if this is real or not, but many people tells that the crystal uses its energy, and at the end become like without energy, and change in color. So we put inside a place many little amethysts that was the amethyst used for therapy, with the Philosopher's Stone, and they changed color. So imagine an amethyst, it's white, that become more yellow. It's like a process, a change of. So to me was a very interesting experiences, because it was not planned, was not in our intent. Okay, the intent was to clear the crystal, but they remain, the object remained there for many days, and this was something interesting.
So I think you and your friend have been completely amazed to see the change of color. Wow.
Yes, because it's something that doesn't happen.
No,
otherwise normally it doesn't happen. And also, I've seen that if you are using energy in therapy, you are using tachyons. Tachyons can become an amplifier, means that you can be very fast in the healing process, but you need to balance, because it's like you are guiding a supercar. So you need to know that you are using a different kind of energy. But the people that receive the treatment are more empowered, so people heals faster. And the healer can work in a less time, but needs to know how manage this kind of new situation. And this is another part that is very interesting. And around tachyons happens many synchronicity. Means that this is consciousness. The last thing that happened to me was some days ago. I met my beloved one, my partner, and I lost a month ago. I lost an object that is this one. This is, I don't know if I can show you.
Yeah.
This is a
starring crystal,
starring crystal. And this is, to me, I use it for many months, for maybe for 2-3 years, always with me. But I lost it, and was not possible to find anyway. And she came to me after a while, and give back this object that she found inside my house. And the feeling in that specific moment, we were in a moment of understanding of each other, a moment of reconnect in a new way. And it's like the message is it's time to coming home. And this specific object is connecting to the Pleiades. To me, is very there, this connection. So around tachyons happens many synchronicity. It's like that are talking to you in many ways. Sometimes energy, sometimes feeling, and sometimes happens that one tachyon needs to go away and then came back in the right moment.
This is weird. And sometimes when we tell story like that, we said, again, I have my tachyon there, and the other day it disappeared, and people say, because you lost it, because you don't remember where you put it. No, I say, no, it was there, and the day after it was not there, not anywhere to be found. And then one day, maybe 1 week or whatever, it come back in another place. It just appear. It show up again in the reality. So
Yeah.
for our rational mind, it's not easy to understand, but we know that tachyons are not constrained by time and space. The tachyon particle can travel beyond time and space anywhere in the universe. So it is not to be surprised that the objects change color and disappear, reappear in another place, because we don't know. This is a part of reality that we don't see every day with our eyes, but nevertheless, this other part of the reality is happening all the time. And so it's just an illusion to say matter doesn't move. No, matter is a part of consciousness, also more condensed, but that's happened. So that there is funny things with that. Yeah.
And there is always a meaning. In this way, to me, was very clear. Was a very clear message, but there is always a message inside this kind of event. Seems weird, but in reality, it's very a deep meaning inside.
Yeah, and this one was particularly beautiful. This feeling that you are coming back home again.
Yes, I coming back home. This is the feeling that this is the message. Then was connected a very deep emotion, but at that moment, to me, this tachyon gave me this gift, like a confirmation, or in a different way, a different level of consciousness. And to me, it was the last one, but there are many examples of this kind. This is particularly new and very deep to me.
Yeah, this is very nice. Thank you for sharing this personal story. So what would be I mean, we can tell about a lot of things, but I would be interested if you can have, can share with us if you have a vision, if you have an idea, or if you imagine what could be the future for tachyon on this planet.
It's a big question. We are talking about consciousness. So in the field, in the big pictures of the change that we are facing now, that it's something that happened in the last month or years, was only, and not only in some mind of good writer, something happened in the last year that was very surprise for everyone. The world changed
you mean the virus, the pandemic?
The virus, but also the change in the change in the society, in the people, was so fast, so deep. So the consciousness is changing so fast that what can happen in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? So in this consciousness can travel the time. So we can speak with tachyon and connect the future with the past and in now time.
Exactly.
I think that this kind of energy is a doorway to a different kind of interaction with the life itself. Because if we consider that we are in an environment, in a field now that everything is different, everything is not predictable. We cannot predict the future, but we can move inside the change if we are connected with this kind of consciousness that know more about the future. It's like that I can see feel the tachyon like a time machine. So we can help to navigate our daily life with more intuition, more consciousness, and more resources to resolve also simple problem.
Exactly.
Because we are connected in a consciousness that is wider, it's larger, it's deeper than that we can imagine. So it's a time machine, maybe. It's are like the Aladdin lamp, where you can use like your little
Wish
yes, express wishes to have something. But also it's like an alchemist tool that you can change everything. So it's something that I think that we have no words to explain, but the feeling is that in the future will be more useful to use and to interact with this kind of energy than in the past, because in the past was in some way a state very strong borders, and we were inside very strong boxes of consciousness, of situation, of also of work, the society and the humanity itself. Now it's like the boxes are opening. Exactly. It's a bit scary maybe, yes, because there are no more sign of where is the north, but you can use the tachyon to find your north. To me, the meanings of the event that I've described to you, the tachyon that came back to me, telling me you are at home now, you are coming home. This is the feeling. So it's like a compass inside this chaotic time, because it's like that you are. The tachyons can help you to see the bigger pictures, and so the future is use more this kind of energy, less energies that are too much rigid, because it's the perfect, the tachyons and the consciousness connected to tachyons are the tools for this time, a chaotic time, where when you need this kind of ability to be flexible, to be fast, to be connected, and to be the alchemist. In the past, maybe it was very important to have a rigid energy structures and also consciousness, but now we need to be different. So the future is bright in terms that I think that more people will be attracted, will feel the connection with this kind of energy. So maybe what I'm feeling for myself as a distributor is to find a new way to explain people tachyons. So because it's not more the object, was never the object.
Exactly.
Reality.
Object is just a support.
Yes, and more to explain that it's a compass for this chaotic time, and also a partner to co-create your new path. So this is maybe the words to explain tachyons will change in the future for sure.
That's interesting what you say, because we are changing a lot now in our website, in our presentation, and be more accessible to everybody, because nobody need to be an expert of physics to use tachyon. We don't need any knowledge. It's not about knowing. It's really about feeling and experiencing. And also, I agree with you when you say before we were relying on more structure energy, and now we need something that just support our inside energy. I think what we see outside is the crumbling of figure of authority. People less and less trust government, trust the doctors, trust the religion and everything. So what is left? If nobody is trustable around me, the only person I can trust is myself. So the tachyon can support myself and in the sense of find my own resources and help me to unfold my potentials and really find this space of freedom inside and a self-direction, which is very important, to find ourselves, our own direction, what I choose, what I decide is true for me, and not because somebody tell me this is true and this is false. No, I have my own compass, as you say, and I can feel, and I can have the inner knowing to know what is true, what resonates with freedom inside. And the tachyon is just supporting that, because it's a free particle. Tachyon are not
Yeah.
don't have any boundary in time and space, so they just go with the flow, and they just push us to say, yeah, just fly and find your freedom. So that's why
Yes.
I like them.
I'm thinking about a tachyon in a form of a compass that you can use there.
Yeah. Yes, where is my road? Boop, 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 boop. That would be a
Yeah.
technology that would be nice. Yeah, okay.
So, this is
So
some
wonderful.
words. It's a universal GPS, but the consciousness is the key word, and the future needs people more conscious. So each tool that can help in this developing will be blessed, and it will be, yes, in the hands of the people that desire to change really, because sometimes we are talking about changing, and for my personal experiences, yes, I talk about changes, but I don't change a lot. So too much talking, and in this moment, it's important to change more than speak of
Yeah,
changing. So
exactly.
I think that we need to use tachyon more in this way.
We need to
This is
be
my personal.
congruent, congruent and consistent. So we leave what we say, otherwise there is a gap in between. And we have no time for gaps and for things. Now the time is to action and to be there in this planet to really direct the change to the world that we want. So yeah. Okay. So Luca, it was very nice to talk with you.
Thank you. Was also inspiring, because I told things that I never put in words. So it's interesting. I like my this kind of interview, because it helps me to clear
Yeah.
about something.
Yeah. So and this is really you were talking about alchemia, and is a kind of alchemia, because what you say triggers something in me that says, oh yeah, there is an idea, and then I say the idea, and this idea inspires you to say everything, another thing. So we are building with each other. So I like
Yes.
it.
I hope that will be the inspiration of other people that will
I hope
watch the
so.
video.
I hope so, because all those conversations are with different distributor and different user and different point of view. Sometimes people have different belief system from mine or yours, and doesn't matter. Tachyon are for everybody. So
This
so
works.
then anyway, in the description of the video, people can find will find your contact and our web page also. If they want more information, they just connect, they just send an email, and then we follow the journey.
Perfect.
So thank you, Luca.
Thank you, Sylvia. We will meet very soon, maybe in some
Yes.
other
Yeah,
online or
we can
live event.
travel. Yeah, we can travel again. And you remember that we have a plan since 10 years to go to the Aeolian Island one day.
Yes, it's time. It's time to
Ah,
organize.
it's always in somewhere in my mind to go to Italy, back to Italy. So let's see.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. So thank you. Have a good evening, and we talk soon, I hope. Everything good for
Thank,
you and for Julia.
thank you. Thank you.